Hi everyone, I'm Claire Marie B and welcome to my channel. In this video today, I'm going to be taking you through my October bullet journal setup. My theme this month is around potions and magic and a little bit of a Halloween theme basically, which I've thoroughly enjoyed doing. The colour scheme that I chose for this month was to have the craft paper and the blackout paper, and then I really wanted to have some shades of purpley, blue, there's some green thrown in and some lovely neutral nude colours as well for good measure. I started out by creating my overall potion bottle. For this, as you know, I sketch everything in advance. I actually used the base of a glass to get a really nice round shape and then put the bottle stopper section on the top. I wanted to have a little bit of greenery, so I went with a twig and some leaves, which I thought was a little autumnal as well. And then I've put a moon in the bottle and just some extra flourishes around. I couldn't decide whether I wanted to make the moon yellow or a gold colour or something like that, or what colour I wanted the moon to be. So at the moment, and for this design and recording, it's set up white, but let's see what happens in the month. It may end up getting coloured in, so you'll have to stay tuned to my Instagram to see if that changes. The lettering this month I wanted to keep quite simple, so I did a faux calligraphy style, and on the blackout paper I used a white gel pen. On the left-hand page this month, I really wanted to do a quote page, so I decided to pick something from one of my favourite Halloween films, Hocus Pocus, and I did a ribbon design. I saw a tutorial on Instagram on a reel on the best way to draw, to sketch out a ribbon. I can't remember who posted it, so whoever posted it, thank you so much, because it was really useful, and that's what I used to create the ribbon, and it's definitely improved my ribbon creating technique. And then I'm putting the quote into that ribbon on the front. I bought a washi tape set that contained the stamp washi tape that you're seeing there and a few others that all matched, and in addition to that I had a stamp set already that I thought really went with this design, so they're the two stamps that I used from that set. And that's the cover page complete. Over the page to my calendar spread, and I'm going to repeat the same theme to keep it nice and consistent throughout. I'm doing the full lettering for October on this page at the top, and I took the same leaf design and wove that through the lettering to keep that consistent throughout my monthly setup. Because of the number of days that are in October and how they spread across the weeks, in terms of vertical space, it wouldn't have allowed me to do what I love to do and have been doing for the past few months, which is to draw out each of the boxes individually and use different colours from my theme setup, which is a shame because I used so many different colours this month. It would have been really good to be able to do all of the shades across this, but I think the boxes just wouldn't have been able to be it would have meant that the boxes weren't particularly big enough to be productive, and ultimately that's what I need my bullet journal to be, is productive. So I decided this month to take the craft paper, which would really help me to keep it consistent with my theme across the month, and to put that as the boxes on the page. So you can see there that I've done the Monday to Friday, and on the other page I'm going to be putting the Saturday and Sunday columns. On the right hand side, I've drawn a couple of boxes. This is where I'll make an overall to-do list for the month and also put some notes. So there's a few bits and pieces I have to do across the month where it doesn't matter which day of the week I do them on or which week I do them on, but I want to remember that I need to do them. So that's what I'm putting in the top box, and then the bottom box will be some notes. It could be something that I need to remember or something that happens in the month and I need to carry that over to the next month. And that's my calendar setup. Over the page, we're going to move on to my Wellbeing and Mission Control setup. On the left-hand side of the page, this is where I'm setting up my Wellbeing page. This is where I make a little note of things that I want to do to focus on me, to give me great energy throughout the month. If I'm feeling I need to do something for my well-being, I'll come to this list, pick something from there and do that on that day, or I'll make sure across the month I've got a bunch of these things booked in so that I can really focus on me and what gives me great energy across the month. To make the list a little more visibly interesting this month, I've set it up across a spell book and also potion bottles on a shelf, which I thought would be a cute way of keeping in with the theme for the month. On the right hand side of the page, this is where I'm going to be putting my mission control. For the last few months, I've been having a Dutch door and tracking habit trackers and Instagram planners and lots of other things in my mission control. I realised it just really wasn't working for me. I wasn't using it as much as I could do. It really wasn't helping me to be productive, and in the end it was becoming a bit of a chore to fill it in, which I always like to make sure whenever I'm doing my journaling I'm just really enjoying it. So for me it was something that I knew I needed to change and take out. So I've reduced it right down in the mission control, separated Wellbeing, which was kind of always a part of my mission control spreads as well, but I've pared mission control right back, taken out the habit trackers because I didn't need it, and this is now more around focusing on goals and all lovely things like that are really going to help keep me focused through the month and things that I'm doing. For the lettering on Wellbeing and Mission Control, I really wanted to bring a little more colour to the page, so rather than using black ink with the faux calligraphy, I decided to use some of the coloured pens instead. I was probably feeling a little bit of journal guilt that on the calendar page I hadn't used an awful lot of my pens. And that's my Wellbeing and Mission Control setup. On to my final spread, which is usually a very simple and easy setup for me. This is my memories page. So of course, because I'm going to be filling in my memories across the whole month, I leave this really blank in my setup to populate this across the month. So in the top right, I've used some of the blackout pages, and you might have caught that there was some drawing on the other side. This is because I really don't like to waste anything. So if I've done any practice sheets or tester stuff or tried something before and it really just didn't work out, I'll reuse that paper and do it on the reverse side. Like you can see with this design, it really doesn't need to be the most perfect double-sided paper. So that's what I was using in the top right. In this memory spread, I will track things like the TV and movies that I've watched across the month, and I will list or maybe draw or stick in bits and pieces throughout the month that I've really enjoyed. And here's my final flip through. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed my video, please hit like and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications so that you'll be told of any future videos that I release. Catch you in my next video. Bye.